Hello, everybody. Today I continue talking about my book. One reason why I'm doing it because I now have some interviews scheduled where I will have to talk about this book. So I thought, I need to practice. And maybe as I practice talking about this book and talking about skin and why I am so enchanted by this organ, maybe you will benefit too. So why? Why you should be curious, at least curious about your skin? Why should you care, especially as you get a little bit older? There are two extremes. One, people try to do everything. Plastic surgery, expensive cosmetics, injections, anything to prolong this youthful appearance, to look younger and more beautiful. And another extreme is to, okay, I just don't care. Let me grow old. Don't bother me. I know I'm old and I don't care. So two extremes. But what if we look at the third way? What if we start asking, what is so special about skin? Why we pay attention to how people look instantly? Unconsciously, we cannot help it. We notice people's skin. And when people have beautiful skin, when they shine, when they are radiant, we notice it. We cannot help it. And when people have skin which is uneven, have different discolorations, have issues, or looks very dull, gray, we also notice it unconsciously. We cannot help it. It's programmed into us. So why it's so? What's so important about skin? And why I spent all this time connecting my knowledge on skin, which I acquired when I worked for the Russian Cosmetic Journal. It was a very interesting journal. It was dedicated to science. And at first I thought, come on, science and cosmetics. They don't mix. Because I studied medicine, I studied biology, and I could not see, well, how something that you apply on the surface of the skin, how it can do anything except of temporary improving appearance. As for injecting toxins into skin and gels, artificial gels, I just could not see how this can be useful in the long run. So I was very like, I don't know if I'm the right person for this job, for working for the Cosmetics and Medicine Journal. Eventually, I became an expert on skincare. I became an expert on skin. I even wrote this thick book, and this is me. And in this book was a love letter to skin, written in science, because I learned to appreciate skin. I learned to really stand in awe of this amazing organ. And before I started learning all about skin, my skin was just horrible. I had inflammation all over my skin. My skin looked like a battlefield with those red blotches, and I did not like to look at myself. I would try to cover my skin with thick layer of cosmetics, and I tried to be invisible. I wanted to hide because I knew my skin is nothing pleasant to look at. So I was trying to fade into the background. I was an ugly girl. But I was an intelligent girl, so I invested a lot of time and effort into educating myself. I thought, I'm not beautiful, but I will pour my energy into my intelligence. But as I started taking better care of my skin, as I started to understand how it works, I was able to heal my skin. Now often people say, oh my God, you have such beautiful skin. And I understand skin. But especially when I started being interested in the mind, and I started studying hypnosis, and then I became a hypnotherapist. I started noticing how my clients, when they come into my office and they are wrestling with their thoughts, they barely are able to hold tears because they waited and waited and waited until they finally could not help it anymore. So they finally reached the point when they are ready to spend on hypnosis because they tried therapy, they tried talk therapy, and they said maybe hypnosis can help. And I could not, because I could not help. I noticed skin. So I could not help noticing that when they would relax in a trance, when they would finally let go of something that they've been carrying on the inside for decades, and finally, through hypnotic processes, they were able to let it go. All of a sudden, there was this beautiful glow on their faces. All of a sudden, they would start looking more uplifted, younger. I could not help but notice it. And when I started studying Qigong or Qigong, however you spell it, when I started learning how to work with my energy, and I started learning how energy works in my body, I understood it. I said, oh, this is why. This is why people start looking more beautiful and radiant and shining and younger. I often want to show people the mirror. Look at yourself. Look how you look. How much better it feels when you finally let go, when you are able to breathe deeply, when your energy becomes lighter, when your heart opens. So it shows on your face. So I thought, I am in a unique position to write this book. I do not expect to profit from it. I do not expect to have fame or glory. But for people who want to understand their skin, this book is an incredible resource because it connects ancient practices of the Tao with modern science. So, if you take spiritual practices, the Taoists, they practice it for thousands of years. And their goal was not to look younger. They have a goal to explore their consciousness and to develop the energy. So it's a spiritual practice. But then the outcome of it was that they also looked younger. And they had stronger body and stronger skin. So this spiritual practice can be now connected to science. So this is what I am doing here. I am taking Taoist practices and because of this, I co-authored this book with the Tao teacher that I studied with him in Thailand. It's a great honor. Master Chia is known worldwide. He's been teaching those practices for a long, long time. And to be able to co-author this book with such an esteemed authority, it's a big accomplishment. It's a huge accomplishment. So what I am doing here in this book, I put scientific foundation on the practices. We talk about hair, we talk about bones, we talk about skin, of course, a lot. We talk about our gut and stem cells and sexual organs, which are also important. So why should you care about skin? Because you don't see your heart. You don't see your liver. You don't see your kidneys. You don't see your gut. You don't see your brain. So it takes a long time until whatever lifestyle you are leading, so often people sit for long hours, they don't move, they eat food which is cheap and quick, they stress a lot, they hold the emotions on the inside, they do not let it go. So it takes time until those internal organs will start telling you, hey, we are suffocating, we need your help. And so often people turn to those ancient practices after they get sick, after they reach a point when their body starts falling apart. When you learn to pay attention to your skin, because skin is an organ, it's your internal organ, and your external organ. Your skin lives on the edge. It lives on the inside and on the outside. It's this boundary, the transition between your internal environment and external environment. So your skin will show you not only what's influencing it on the outside, not just your age, but also what's going on internally. And when you understand that the beautiful skin is not just skin which looks wrinkle-free. It's a skin which is resilient, which is strong, which has good blood flow, which breathes well, which moves energy well, which can shine your energy from inside out. So this is what it means to have radiant skin. So when you start focusing on this, how radiant is my skin? Do I shine? Do I glow? Or my skin is getting dull and gray and sagging, and so this will reflect what's going on the inside. Your skin is the indicator. It tells the tale about your life. And when you begin to understand it, and you start asking yourself, hey, I know I will not be able to stay young forever. I know if I am lucky, if I am fortunate, that I will age. No matter what cosmetics I use, no matter what I do, skin will show you age. No matter how many injections you have, no matter what creams, serums, no matter how many times you peel your skin, eventually, if you plan, I plan on living a long life. So eventually it will show your age, your life, your emotions, your history will show on your face. You cannot escape it. But if you decide that you want to stay radiant, that you want to have a face which expresses your personality with your skin that shines your special light, your soul shines from inside out. If this is your goal, then on June 18, this book is being released. You can buy it in stores, on Amazon, and of course you can contact me also. So this book will be available. And you can use it as guidance. And I also have a program. So I am a coach, I am a mentor, and if you want me to guide you and use this process to increase your radiance, to learn how to nurture yourself from the inside out, how to transform your skin and your energy, then you can ask me. So, very proud of this book, and I hope I gave you some reasons why you should care about your skin, why you should start noticing how your skin looks, and also why it's important to learn to love your skin, because your body is a soft and delicate animal. And if you want to help this animal to shine, then you have to start with love. And I teach this as well. Okay, have a wonderful and amazing day.